would you like to have dinner with, past or present? One person.
Oh man, well, my parents to start with, but if you want to keep it out of the family, it goes to my Uncle Joe. That would be another.
Okay.
All right, Coach.
No Hungarian food. No Hungarian food allowed.
And there's no offense to the ladies out there. Besides my mother, I'm leaning toward guys. Like mentors, coaches. Coach.
How about
Brian.
someone you never met that you would love to have dinner with? Is there anyone off the top of your head?
I haven't given that a lot of thought. Off the top of my head, it would be better than just dinner, though.
Yeah. All right, are you a Game of Thrones guy?
No.
All right, so we'll move on past that one.
I'm not big.
So,
I don't watch.
All right, what is your favorite breakfast food?
Well, fruit for one thing. Just going into what I do today, it's fruit, and I do eat a hard-boiled egg.
Okay.
Other than that,
light breakfast though.
Yeah, usually light. Now, if I go out with friends, I might get an egg white omelet, and I treat myself to some rye toast. Rye. I don't do wheat these days as much as I used to. Very rarely, but a breakfast. I would do an egg white omelet, maybe with a little cheese, which I try to avoid too. But it's moderation.
Exactly. All right, this post-pot comes up in the book a little bit, but what's your favorite genre of music?
Well, now, I think of people again, and there's the music, I love different forms of it, but I think of people. And Mick Jagger, I'm just starting right there because most recently I saw Mick Jagger performing again at his age.
Oh, did you?
Too. Oh, well, not live,
okay.
no. But,
Yeah.
At his age, too. And Joe Walsh is outstanding, man.
Got a good Elvis story in the book, too.
Elvis. Okay, please. You see, this is something I get under pressure trying to remember.
Yeah.
So many people that I respect, and it filled my life with joy. Music. At Alabama, we didn't have music in the locker room, and I was able to bring in my transistor and get a little music in the locker room. It's the same thing at Shea Stadium. When we went there my rookie year, I brought in my radio and put some music there. I needed something to go to start me going.
Who was your idol growing up?
Oh, man. Well, in football, it was Johnny Unitas. He's a quarterback. At least when I got to that age of paying attention more of the pros, I watched Johnny Unitas. But that was because a guy I'm from his hometown, Jim Mutchler, played for the Baltimore Colts. But baseball, I love baseball, and Roberto Clemente was my hero.
Yeah. And we know the answer to this, but what is your favorite international cuisine?
Favorite international? Now, I didn't say Hungarian was my favorite. I did not say that it was my favorite, but whatever I think of my mother, when I think about the liver dumpling soup, yeah, man, that's cool. I move around. I eat bland. I mean, I love Italian food. I love Italian food. How can you not love it? But that, again, you live and learn, and at this stage and for years, tomato sauces, you got to be just right with that kind of sauce, and Italian food is wonderful.
What about candy bar? You got a favorite candy bar?
You know what? I like a few different candy bars, but I have adjusted. See, I rarely eat sugar during the day. At nighttime, I get a craving. And recently, in the last month or so, I've learned, a couple of months anyway, that if I eat fruit at night, some grapes maybe, some kiwi, some watermelon, that satisfies my sugar craving. And I find that I'm not eating a chocolate, milk chocolate. Excuse me, dark chocolate's good for you? I don't like the taste. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not sorry. I just...
I'm glad you said that, because that makes two of us. All right. So what is your favorite season? You only have one season down in Florida, but...
Well, it changes a bit, being raised in western Pennsylvania was a joy, having the 4 seasons.
Yeah, you must miss the snow a little bit, right?
No, not at this stage.
That's what Minnesota says, assumes, but...
My daughters and I, grandchildren, we get in the snow maybe once a year, but this spring, I love this spring, you know, and I refer to it sometimes, seeing the ladies come out now in the frock that's a little lighter, and rather than those heavy coats and goulashes and everything, the dress change and the flowers blossoming, blooming, the smell, yeah, the spring I love, the fall. I didn't like raking leaves, but I appreciate the beauty in Central Park, the different colors, yeah.
This is actually something we never talked about in the book, but do you have a favorite animal? Did you ever have an animal growing up?
You know what? Oh, yes, we've always had dogs, for sure. And
you have a bunch of dogs now.
Yeah, and our first cat, and my grandma had parakeet birds, so I have daughters. They have birds, they have lizards, they have fish, they have dogs and cats, and right now at my house I only have the 3 dogs that I inherited, of course, from my daughters.
Go-to workout. What's your go-to workout?
Well, it depends on the time of the year. With the knees, I had my knees replaced in 1992, so what you do when you have joints that are tough, you don't want to do any pounding. Whether it's for your neck, your back, your hips, your knees, your ankles, pounding is not good. So what I learned to do was swim. When I played with the Los Angeles Rams, my 13th season, they put me in a swimming pool for cardiovascular exercise, breathing, as well as swimming. So to this day, I swim.
Okay.
I swim when the water's right.
You have a little pool out front, right?
Yeah. And in the house for the last many years, I use a Nordic track.
Okay.
A Nordic track is because you're not bending that knee a lot. You're able to still go, slide along, doing some resistance, leg and upper body, and you're inside. So the Nordic track and getting in the water.
Every day?
Not every day. No, I write it down every day that I train, and first year that I kept track, I did 66% of the year. And that's not bad, but then I thought to myself, does that mean for 4 months I didn't do anything? Huh? So I tried to pick it up. I got to 70%. Right now, this month, I'm just at about over 50% by one day.
That's good, though. So, that's impressive.
I've been healthy.
Especially when you travel as much as you do.
That can throw you off.
Routine,
And I know it's like making an excuse, but I'm not fanatical about it. I do know what it takes, and I do believe in exercise.
So what do you never leave home without? Are you traveling and go to the stores, or anything you bring with you other than your wallet? Cell phone? Anything else?
Well, yeah, but never leave home without. I left home the other day.
With you.
Last week I left without my cheaters, without my sunglasses, man. No. I'm talking about I was lost. I came to New York last week and I didn't have my sun. I'm on the airplane squinting, looking out the window, got my hat down, just that was tough. But I was only here for a day and a half. So.
We gotta get you those flip sunglasses.
That's what the Pirates used to use in baseball, man. Yeah, they'd hit that.
Do you have a favorite time of day?
My time of day is the dark time. Couple of deals before dawn. when the street belongs to the cop and the janitor with the mop. Yeah, that's guys and dolls, a little bit of that there. My favorite time of the day is probably, it's about the people, seeing the daughters, seeing the grandchildren, keeping busy, making sure.
You pop out of bed in the morning, though?
Man, I don't jump or pop out. I have my alarm set for 6:12 a.m.
6:12?
Yeah, my mother was born in 1912, and my daughter's 12th month, 12th day, and and I wore a number, I was given number. It's been a lucky number, let's put it that way, starting with my mother.
He's not superstitious at all.
No. Instead of setting it at 6, I set it at 6:12.
You got a favorite pizza topping?
When I eat pizza today, it's organic. And
back in the day, coming out of Bachelor's 3, would you grab a slice?
Peach is Sicilian pie. Come on.
The square
My
stuff?
grandmother would make Sicilian pie back home in Beaver Falls, right there in the house, man. And up here in the city, I like the Sicilian pie, but I do like the thin pie too.
So I know you have some not favorite teachers, but do you have some favorite teachers from back in the day?
Are you talking about in school?
I think so.
Okay, Mrs. Oliver an English teacher I had in college. I have to lean on her. She influenced me. She was a positive influence. And the rest of the teachers, let's say that I was at fault, understanding what they were trying to accomplish. All right, I would be a better student today than I was back then.
That's yeah, understandable. All right, you're now published 3 books, I think, right? It's your third altogether?
5, I think.
5, okay.
But, who's counting?
Who's your favorite author?
Oh man, James Michener comes right off the top of my head. You know,
Yeah.
I like the books that he's written. Richard Bach. I mean, he's written a couple of books that I get a kick out of, like Illusions. And that was one of them. It says, you know, to paraphrase them, argue for your limitations and they're yours. You know, and so yeah, just a couple of guys. I've read a variety of authors, adventure books and all, and I'm still looking at educational books too.